know what to say. So, hey, hi, it's me, Wilma Fingerdoo, with the Fingerdoo review of RuPaul's Drag Race España, Season 1, Episode 8, the reunion episode. But before we get started, I want to remind you to give this video a like, and if you haven't done so yet, why not subscribe to my channel? With Drag Race Holland Season 2 and Drag Race Italia coming, plus Drag Race Canada Season 2's out there, and, well, Drag Race UK 3, there's an international bevy of fabulosity coming our way, and you don't want to miss out on any of my reviews. So subscribe and you'll know when they come. Now, Jorge, drink me! Is that iced coffee? Well, there was coffee in it at some point. Oh my goodness. Delicious. Thank you, Jorge. It'll keep me alert and cool. Thank you so much. I'm so serious. Okay, let me start off by saying I feel like this episode could have been done as part of the finale. I mean, the first 2 minutes were spent teasing what was in store for us in this episode. And all I could say is just get to it. Seriously. And I don't feel that there was much in the reunion that we didn't already know or had long since stopped caring about. So I felt this was a bit of a waste. I'm not going to lie to you. Don't get me wrong. It was great to see some of the queens like the Macarena. I have to admit, she was the one queen I truly was sad to see go home first. I just felt like she was right up my alley, which is probably why I found sitting so uncomfortable. What did you say to me? First off, let's talk fashion. Oddly enough, the room was kind of split down the middle, with the queen looks on Supreme's right and the glamour gals on Supreme's left. I'm not so much of a fan of the glamour gal trend that's been going on. I mean, I like my drag queens to look like drag queens, so my standout looks were Killer and Drag Volcano. These two queens brought the drag, although I will say, I'm sorry Volcano had those boots on again, and I'm starting to get tired of those hats with the cutout in the eye. I'm not saying I don't like them. I've just seen them once too often now is all I'm saying. But these two queens made them work, and were both deserving of a Fingerdoo if you ask me. Next up, the looks I didn't hate. In particular order from A to O were the Macarena, who I thought was going to lip sync the house down in her red ruffles, Arancha in her kicky color block swing dress, Ugatio simply because she takes my breath away every time I see her, and finally, for this tier, Sagittaria. I'm not always a fan of a gown moment, but this color and that hair, chef's kiss is all I'm saying, and Fingerdoos all around. My mess didn't suck, don't get me wrong, everyone looked fabulous, but these queens didn't really impress me, no offense. Davima was the least impressive of this bunch for me because, as sickening as she was, I still found this look boring. Nothing grabbed my eye. The makeup, the wig, the dress, it was all kind of okay, but I was expecting more from the season's Mean Girl. I put Poopy next because at least she wore sequins. Did I like her look? No. Was it worse than Davima's? Yes. But at least there was something to look at. Seriously. Who doesn't love glitter? I have to say Carmen was my least favorite look of the night. After that season of runways, I expected something a little more dramatic from her. Something that said finalist of Drag Race España, not semi-finalist of Miss World. Don't get me wrong, Carmen looked gorgeous. I'm just used to her bringing it harder than that. She still got a Fingerdoo, just saying. So, when we finally got to it, Supreme wasted more time giving the top three queens another Samsung Galaxy Z flip phone with 5G networking and plexiglass technology. Didn't we just give the top four phones last week? I mean, if that's the case, what Poopy's probably sitting there like, because I know I would be. Surely they could have given them something else from Samsung, like a tablet or, well, are they making flip tablets yet? Needless to say, the queens didn't complain. That wasn't the only surprise Supreme had. There was also a video message from Alexis Mateo. She looked good, too. Here's to Alexis Mateo. Bam! Baby. And then we reflected on the queens who'd been eliminated. The Macarena was first, of course, which means there wasn't that much for us to talk about. Of course, Supreme wanted to know how it felt to be the first eliminated queen. Personally, I was hoping she'd say it helped jumpstart her career, but no. She had some omelet sandwich with garlic sauce and an analogy that didn't really sit well with her, or me for that matter. Of course, I was hungry immediately, but as hard as it was to be the first to go, the Macarena was happy that it was her and not one of the younger queens. I don't know why. They're young. Got lots of chances ahead of them. How many more chances does the Macarena have? Fingerdoo's crossed, they do a pork chop all-stars is all I'm saying. Here's to the Macarena. Drag Volcano was next, and she was surprised to go home early as well. I have to admit, so was I. Something I didn't know was that Volcano was openly disappointed in her castmates' lack of seriousness where the competition was concerned, and they showed us an unaired clip of her telling them so in the girl group challenge rehearsal. She told Poopy, Inti, Davima, and Arancha that there was time enough to party after the competition. I have to say, I agree with Volcano, but then everyone approaches things differently. So here's to Volcano. I have to say, I thought it was very hypocritical of Inti to suggest Volcano learn to lighten up. Great advice from the queen who quit in a huff. Speaking of Inti, she was next. I have to say, seeing her past performances and runways, I forgot how good she looked at times, but then I've forgotten most of what she did, no offense. For such a tall, beautiful queen, Inti was fairly boring, and I, for one, didn't miss her when she quit. In fact, the best thing about Inti quitting was Davima lip-syncing by herself. Of course, Davima was glad that Inti walked because she was sure she would have been eliminated if she'd stayed. But then Davima quit too, so clearly it didn't make any difference. Then they took a break from limping down memory road to throw on their reading glasses. I guess they wanted to get the queens throwing shade before they started remembering all the bad things that went on during this season. That's the only reason I can imagine for them putting this segment right here. The Macarena went first, and all I have to say is they're lucky she wasn't there for the actual reading challenge because she tore them all some new ones. I'm so serious. She apologized to Davima for speaking to her in English because she barely speaks it. Apparently the same goes for Davima in Spanish. Then the Macarena warned the viewers that Davima is what happens when you don't take your education seriously. I don't know, worse things could happen. Then she went after Poopy, saying she was demanding decent pensions for the elderly. That's nice, really, actually, to think about it. Finally, she told Volcano that her drag was like a Fabergé egg. Beautiful, expensive, and totally useless. Although, I have to admit, I didn't think that was much of a read. I think all drag should be beautiful, expensive, and totally useless. Why do you think I have Jorge? I love you. Killer read the Macarena by presenting her read as a Pablo Neruda poem. I like your silence. It's like you're not there. I thought that was good. I don't know why Inti put herself into this mix. She read Carmen's contouring by asking if she uses cocoa powder. Nah. She complimented Killer on being the only queen with a video game. Viva Pinata. And, well, at least she's consistent. Her read was like her time on Drag Race. Pointless and forgettable. Tell me I'm wrong. We also got some unseen footage of the reading challenge itself, but as is always the case, there's a reason we didn't see it on the show, just think. Although I will say I was shocked, not shocked, by Davima's unaired read to Carmen, but then offering fellatio is far from being shady, usually. I guess it boils down to execution. Either way, I knew Davima was power flirting with Carmen. I told you so. Right from day one. We also got treated to a video montage of Arantxa Castilla-La Mancha screeching in laughter that went on a little longer than I would have liked before she shared her fave moments on the show, which was basically playing a granny with Killer. The next montage was Ugatio. Well, actually her voice, such dulcet tones on that one. We also did a deepish dive into Davima and Sagittarius' relationship. Of course, they started this journey off by saying their friendship had ended over a man and that they would tell all at the end of the show. And here we are, one episode away, and they still aren't talking. Well, all I can say is, I didn't care then, and I don't care now. But I will say that whatever happened, I'll put money down that Davima started it. Who else is in? Of course, Davima not lip-syncing against Sagittaria was brought up too. But, again, nothing new was said about it, so what was the point? Personally, they could have just shown a picture of Davima and it would have been just as interesting to me. Seriously. And what's a reunion show without a toot or boot moment, although in this case it was called Yay or Nay, and all the top looks were trotted out. Sagittaria's Crema Catalina, which of course was a resounding yay. Poopy's trashy outfit from the mythical ball got a nay, but seeing as that was the point of her look, I don't think that was a bad thing. Ugatio's Valencian Fala got a yay from the whole group. Okay, well, not everyone. Davima nayed it, but she only nayed it because she doesn't like Ugatio. To be honest, I just don't like Davima. There. I said it. Seriously, she's so unnecessary. Arancha's pink and yellow two-piece look got a resounding yay. So did Inti's entrance look, which I agree was stunning. And Carmen's quick construction of her makeover look also got a yay. Drag Volcano's entrance look got a huge yay from the group. But I think that's all because they felt guilty of her early sachet. Of course, Carmen got teased with a banana, but I'm sure it wasn't her first time, no matter how she reacted to it. Poopy's montage was next, and the one main thing we got out of it was how funny Poopy was throughout the whole show. Whether it was a mini challenge or a maxi or just her walking down the runway, Poopy certainly wasn't boring. Her time with Jose during the makeover challenge was particularly poignant because it gave us a glimpse into the world she grew up in. Here's the Poopy, seriously. Carmen was given a moment or two to reflect on her time during the competition. It was spent mostly with her saying that although she felt her weakness was going to be comedy, she knew she would be able to hide it all behind her killer catwalk. Well, she wasn't wrong. She looked fabulous all season, even in the workroom. Here's to Carmen, seriously. Sagittaria's montage was mostly about how beautiful she was, although I didn't love everything she wore. I know I won't be able to get this image out of my head anytime soon. Seriously. Last but not least was Killer Queen. Looking back on her time on Drag Race, I have to say, that acting challenge aside, she did an excellent job this season and could possibly steal the crown from Carmen. Seriously. Of course, they had a montage of outtakes with the judges that also included Paca La Piranha, Envy Peru, and a clip of John Cortajarena fighting to pull his zipper up. On his jacket. Okay. And with one last call to the viewing audience to cast their vote for their favorite, even though they'll have no bearing on the final outcome, it was time to crown Miss Congeniality, Poopy Poison. And not only did she get a sash and $3,000, but she also got a sewing kit so she could improve her skills for All-Stars, possibly. So, there you have it, the reunion episode. For me, this was such a short season that I don't even think we needed it, but I didn't hate watching it. Now all that's left for us to do is watch the finale, and that'll be another international version of Drag Race in the bag. What did you think? Did you enjoy the episode, or did you fast forward through most of it? And who do you hope is this year's winner? Has your choice changed after watching the reunion? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're down there, don't forget to give my video a like if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And until next time, miss me. Seriously. I don't know, Jorge. We might have to switch to decaf if we drink an iced coffee. Feel like I'll never blink my eyes again. Yeah, I thought this was a total waste. They could have added this to the finale. I don't know. Have to see the finale. Maybe the finale's chock-a-block with fabulous. It won't be. I don't know. I have to say, of these three queens, I don't think I'd be upset if any of them won. I prefer to see Killer win just because it would be an upset. I think that Carmen deserves it because she's really, really proven herself time and time. 4 wins. What more do you need? 4 wins. And Sagittaria, I don't know how young she is. I bet she's a lot older than she looks.